under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay.
Will the secretary please call the roll?
Chairman Judd.
Here.
Commissioner Stahini. Here. Commissioner Sanzeri.
Yes, here.
Commissioner Martinez.
Here.
And I'm here.
So we're missing Ryder, Houston, Gordon, Michelle. Okay. Verification of agenda posting.
The agenda for the Airport Advisory Commission of the City of Hollister regular meeting of June 22nd was posted on the bulletin board at City Hall on June 13th at 10 a.m. per Government Code Section 54954.2.
Okay, thank you. We have as part of our consent agenda is to approve the minutes of the Airport Advisory Commission meeting of April 27th, 2016. Moved. Moved and second.
I second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Public input. At this time, anyone wants to talk about anything that's not on the agenda, let us know. Hopefully airport related.
I don't have any speaker card.
Well, that's all right. We're small.
Can I speak from here? Do I have to go to a
Right.
podium?
You're fine.
No, I just wanted to announce what you mostly already know, that Hollister Airman's 70th anniversary, we will have many events going on this year. Nearly every month there is something happening, including this month when we held, we will be on a float and the horse show parade tomorrow. We will have a little plane on the float, and we will have our banners, which were very nicely made by people here in this office, to display the plane and the float and the truck that will say Hollister Airport and so on. So we're very happy about that, and we had a very successful booth at the air show. And we had 3 jobs. We had the vendors and the vendor gate. We had the little plane when the kids had a ball climbing in and out of it. Margaret was there. She knows all about that. And what was the third thing? Oh yes, we had pilot registration. So
We cover these things maybe under
well,
we have air show.
This was
We talk
just-
about air show, so that is on the agenda.
oh, okay. Well, it was all to do with what Hollister Airman's doing. That's
Yeah.
okay.
Anything else? Anybody else? Okay. Moving on. Item 7A is CAL FIRE repairs.
We had some issues with phone lines out there at CAL FIRE, and it took us quite literally months to get to the bottom of it, but it turns out that AT&T did something to the phone line and wound up, they had to fix it. So the gate is now working properly and they're happy. So
Had to do with their gate.
yeah, the phone line between the automatic gate and the office. The phones over there are quite the adventure because they go back to the 40s.
Is that to our office or to their office?
To theirs.
Okay. All right. Anything else under reports?
That's all we got for that one.
Okay. Item 8 is old business. Item 8A is AIP, runway 1331, one reconstruction project, phase 1 and 2.
So phase 1, our lawyers sent the contractor a letter maybe 2 weeks ago. I haven't slept very much since the air show, so I can't remember. And we have not heard anything, so we're waiting on a response. The letter listed the areas of deficiency and requested correction. So we're waiting to hear what they have to say. As for phase 2, it's substantially complete. There'll be a little activity on July 1. They're gonna come out and fix some of the markings. I guess one of the lines was 5 feet instead of 10 foot wide, so they gotta fix that. I think it's a threshold bar on 3-1. And some other marking. And then the paving in the backyard, they kinda didn't get it quite right. So they're gonna have to cut out a section and put a new section in so it drains right. Cause,
Your backyard area.
yeah, more closer to air sparrow, but water draining from here just stops before it gets to the drain channel, so they have to fix it, and that's the only way they can fix it. So they tried grinding little drainage channels in, but it didn't work. So that's gonna happen on Friday. Other than that, we do have a few lights that are out, and that has to do with the age of the lighting system and some corrosion. So over the next couple of weeks, we'll be getting those lights replaced. We have parts on order to do that. The last time we were out here, we did have a small accident. Apparently, the manager drives a Jeep Grand Cherokee that is under recall for not going into park, and it took out taxiway Foxtrot sign. So that is gonna, parts of it for that are gonna be here on the 1st, and they'll have that fixed on the 1st also.
Whose Jeep is that?
Granite Rock.
Oh, Granite Rock.
So all in all, the project's substantially complete. We have a taxiway sign that needs a new transformer, and we're trying to find a 40-year-old transformer, so this is kind of a fun little adventure. But
So at this time, the lights are, except for those that aren't lit, but the lights are available on the,
that is correct. We have nothing is turned off at this point.
okay.
And I personally got the happy working, so that works too.
Okay, good. Both ends?
Not both ends, the other end's turned off until the FAA certifies it.
Good.
Yes.
Was it turned off because it got uncertified? Or
Yes.
when did that happen?
About 2 years ago.
That's on the end of 1-3.
Yes, the repairs have been made, they've been contacted, we're waiting for them to fly it again.
Well, hopefully they're not waiting for us to turn it on so they can fly it.
Well, they're supposed to call and say we're gonna fly it, and we're supposed to go out there and turn it on, because they specifically ordered me not to turn that on until they're inbound.
All right.
So perhaps I need to call them back and remind them that they're supposed to come out here, but
Okay.
that's one of those things that kind of slips to the end of the pile.
Yeah. So, if I may ask, on the runways, currently there's like so-called temporary paint on them, is that correct?
No, that is the proper paint. We
On the
did
whole
that.
runway?
Yeah, we did that those nights while we were working,
Yeah,
the week before the air show.
yeah.
They came out and put in all the proper paint with the glass bead and the whole 9 yards.
So the implication is we probably will not do anything more to the north end of the runway.
No, we sent a letter telling the contractor where the deficiencies were and what we believe the proper response would be, and we're waiting for him to respond.
I know at one point we talked about, adding a layer, or doing this or doing that.
Yeah, we're waiting for his response.
This is basically just painted the whole runway with final quality paint.
No, we did not paint down there.
Oh, okay.
We did not go into the other
We
project.
only did the south end with the final
Yes.
paint. I got you. So we're still temporary kind of paint.
Out there, going on a year.
Okay, okay, gotcha. Okay, that's one question. Anybody else have questions? Okay. Item 8B is Air Show 2016.
So many of you were here for the air show last weekend. All in all, I believe it was a successful event. There were some headaches behind the scenes, but I think they did not get noticed by the audience, so it didn't diminish anything. We had a couple issues with the performers aircraft. Vicky wasn't able to do her extra act. She started it one day and then the plane broke, and then on Sunday she didn't even go up in the air. She wasn't feeling comfortable with the aircraft. So, but I don't think that went noticed by the crowd. Minjet did a fantastic diamond formation on Sunday to open up the show. I mean, it looked great. The F-18 went ahead and circled around to make sure the airspace was clear on his departure for us, because he's not allowed to do a flyby or anything. That's against Navy rules. So, but he is required to make sure the airspace is clear before he departs. The FAA had nothing to do but nitpick all weekend, so that was good. So there's no major issues with them. And let's see, what else? I didn't even get a sunburn. So that's a win all the way around. Survived an air show without a sunburn. I don't have any numbers yet. The people that worked the office were off. They came back to work today. I'm going to be off, so it won't be till August, probably mid-August, before I'll be able to report the August meeting of the Airport Commission, because we're not allowed to meet in July because of council decree. So it will be the August meeting when I report the numbers back to you folks on how we did. I'm still waiting for bills from the hotel and the rental cars and other things too. So.
Okay, I have a question. Prior years we've had problems with people not paying to get in. Because I understand that we had better security or gate watching. Or...
I don't think we had so much of an issue with that. I did get a report that somebody got in with a voucher rather than a wristband, but I really don't think we had as much leakage as we have had in the past.
Good. Other questions?
My thanks to everybody who made it happen, you, Commissioner, that's the word I'm looking for. I know it's Sinceri. Commissioner Sinceri, who helped out, Commissioner Scatini, who helped out, the HAA, who was juggling the north end of the field between the children and the pilots that needed their stamps and the vendors that wanted just to complain because they're vendors. Galvin Aviation, who was running around like a chicken with his head cut off, fueling planes and taking care of that. My scouts, who always have the worst duty of the air show, which is the garbage. In addition to that, they performed admirably in the memorial that we did to Commissioner Jackson on Saturday. They presented the flags perfectly, and I think that went very well. I know I lost it for half an hour crying. And I also, Commissioner Jackson's wife was very grateful for the memorial, and she wishes to say thank you too. The Hollister Vikings football team that come out and help take care of the parking, that's another thankless job. The city staff who was out here setting up, taking down, staffing the hospitality